Welcome to the Realty Rundown, the podcast that cuts through the noise of the real estate world. Your hosts, seasoned industry experts Nick and Nate, are here to guide you through the entire process. Each week, they're breaking down the latest market trends, decoding complex jargon, and sharing insider secrets you won't find anywhere else. Whether you're buying your first home, selling a property, or building an investment portfolio, we provide the clear, actionable advice you need to make your next move your best move.
All right, everybody, welcome back to the Realty Rundown from the Nic Wyse Team at RE/MAX Results. This is episode 42. We're going to be talking about smart home security solutions. I'm Nic Wyse. Joining me, as always, not below me today, but over to the side, is Nathan Schwartz.
That's right. Hey, guys.
Today, we're talking about something that's changing how people think about home values when they're looking at homes, and that is smart home security systems. So we're talking about video doorbells. That's kind of thing that's been out for a long time, right? But now we've got more fully connected systems. So these are upgrades that are reshaping what buyers expect and what sellers can do to stand out.
Yeah, so this goes way beyond curb appeal. Buyers today are looking for safety, convenience, and tech integration. So whether you're buying or selling, smart home security can play a pretty big role, not just in peace of mind, but in property value. Big picture wise, why is smart home security such a hot topic right now?
So we just followed up on an article from the National Association of Realtors, our good friends at NAR, as we call them. Talking about smart home tech, how it's officially moved from being kind of a luxury perk to more of a mainstream expectation. In fact, many buyers are now ranking smart home features like security cameras, smart locks, alarm systems among their top wish list items. So sellers are responding by highlighting those features in their listing.
Yeah, and for good reason. Home security, smart home security specifically, doesn't just make people feel safer. It also adds real value. Buyers are willing to pay more for homes that already include connected tech, especially if it's a turnkey property.
Exactly. So the NAR article points out that smart home devices can make a property feel modern, make it feel well cared for, and they show that a seller has invested both comfort and safety. That sends a message to a buyer. That message is there's quality in this home overall.
Yeah. So if you're a buyer, kind of some advice here for the buyers, what should you look for when it comes to smart security?
Well, Nate, it's funny that you ask because I actually have a picture providing an example of this. What you're going to see here is a fully integrated system. You're going to like this, Nate, when you see it. It's quite involved. There's somewhere around 15 to 20 cameras, and that's just the front of the house. We've got some drones flying around. And my favorite part is there's like a smart cyber dog that is also manning things here.
I got to see this.
This is what we mean when we're talking about integration, right? Systems that work together. Not just a bunch of devices on a bunch of different apps. What people want is doorbells, locks, cameras, sensors that communicate with one platform, which makes it more reliable and much easier to maintain.
Yeah. And second, make sure the accounts and access can transfer easily, especially after closing. You don't want to move in and find out that the doorbell still pings to the previous owner's phone.
Yeah, I've had that happen. Yeah. In fact, short story, I wasn't planning on talking about this. My dear, sweet friend, Jason Wagaman, who is now my neighbor, well, we bought our home from him 10 years ago, and he had it. This isn't exactly smart home, but he had it set up in his truck that he could push a button up there, as most of us do in our cars nowadays. He could push a button and it would open and close the garage door on my house. And so every time he would go by, because he's a rascal, every time he would go by, he'd push that button and I would come outside and be like, what the heck? Like, I know I put that door down, or vice versa. I know I put it up and here it's down. Like, we have a default door. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Jason got me pretty good for a while until we figured that one out. But yeah, being able to transfer it is pretty important, right? It doesn't do a lot of good if somebody comes and rings the doorbell and the previous owner is getting notified of it. So the other thing that you want to make sure of is that you understand subscription costs. So a lot of smart systems require monthly service fees for like cloud storage or continuous monitoring, and those can add up. So buyers should factor into them when they're looking at their ongoing costs.
Yeah. And the last thing, always ask what devices stay with the house. Not every seller includes every gadget, especially if they're tied to personal accounts.
Yeah, a lot of stuff right now isn't hardwired anymore, right? So security systems used to always be on these CCTVs, these closed circuit televisions. And you'd literally, Nate, you might not know what I'm talking about here, but you had to record it on the VHS tape.
Yeah.
That you would then have to rewind and start recording over all your old stuff. I had that when I owned a Quiznos back in the day, and it was quite fun to do. Every time I'd hire a new employee, I would watch that because they would invariably do something wrong. Most of the time it was like, oh, look, they seem to be friends with this large group of other teens that have come in. Oh, fiddle-dee-dee, they've given them 4 sandwiches for free.
Oh man.
I would call them back to the office and be like, hey, we're going to watch a video together. And like right away, they're like their face would drop, they're like, they knew what was coming.
Oh,
and it was always like, I can do two things. We can forget about this and you can keep working here, or I can call the police.
Yeah.
I don't know if the police would have done much because I never had to do that.
Right.
They at that point, it usually solved the problem. And they were like, okay, this guy actually does watch stuff. So
yeah.
security systems work, not just in Quiznos, your home. So sellers, if you're looking to upgrade before listing, smart home security can be one of the best returns for your dollar right now.
Yeah, for sure. Start with the big three: smart doorbell, smart lock, and exterior cameras. Those are the most visible to buyers, and they instantly create a sense of safety and convenience.
Yeah, smart lighting is getting pretty popular too. Motion detection systems. It's subtle, but it can add that class of sophistication. So if you don't already have a system, or I'm sorry, if you do already have a system, highlight that in your listing description. That's something we're going to make sure to do. I just listed a home today, actually, Nate. It is an older home, but it has a newer detached garage. And part of that detached garage is a Wi-Fi enabled garage door opener. I mean, I don't think that'll hurt. And we, of course, made sure to mention that in our listing description. We want to give every opportunity for our sellers to sell their home at top value. And buyers appreciate that as well. When they're doing their searching, they're going to be able to search for things like that and find them. As well, if we're having an open house for you, we're always going to point out that stuff too. So we're not just going to have you install it, we're going to market it.
Yeah, and buyers do notice that stuff. A well-presented smart home says this house is modern, secure, and move-in ready. It's a great first impression, and in real estate, that's everything. Moving on here, but you could go overboard if you'd like, if you want your house to feel like Fort Knox, but...
yeah, there is definitely an overboard, right? And it's on the picture on your screen right now. Nobody wants to punch in a 12-digit code just to get in the garage. So it is about balance at the end of the day.
Oh, yeah.
These cameras can do a lot of things. You're trying to capture certain angles. You don't need the 25 cameras in the front of your house. Or maybe you do. Maybe you're paranoid and it makes you feel better. Do whatever you want.
I've shown some houses where I'm like, okay, there's the Ring doorbell camera. I get that. There's cameras around the house. And you go inside. There's one in the kitchen. There's one in the living room. And then I'm like, okay, I get it. But you can settle down a little bit if you want to.
Simmer down now.
But to sum up this episode, smart home security isn't just a tech trend. It's a selling point and comfort feature buyers are actively looking for. If you're buying, pay attention to integration, transferability, and ongoing costs. If you're selling, invest in visible, easy to use upgrades that make your home feel safe and modern.
Yeah, it sounded for a second. I was like, invisible? They have invisible things? So we have cloaking devices now where it comes down and people can't even see the house unless they're a pre-approved buyer.
Yeah.
That's probably coming. Who knows, man?
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah. All right, Nate. Hey, appreciate it very much. That's episode 42 of the Realty Rundown. So, folks, whether you're looking to buy or sell, we can help you find these smart upgrades that will help move the needle. Until next time, Nic knows. Get your wise replies.
Thanks, guys.
See you guys.
And that's a wrap on another episode. Thanks for tuning in. We hope you had as much fun as we did. We love sharing real estate insights, but as you can see, we also love to have a good time. This energy and passion is what we bring to every client. Buying or selling a home is a huge deal, but it doesn't have to be stressful. With the right team, it can even be fun. Ready to make your move? Let's connect.